guys, welcome back to my channel, Michi Makes Up. I'm really excited to share with you some of the items that I picked up from Chanel's summer makeup collection. And the first item here is their blush and highlighter duo. They released two shade variations, and I picked up Light and Berry. And this is a shade that would be suitable for medium to deeper skin tones because this here, the blush, is buildable. I'm going to swatch everything and also demo it for you. It's so beautiful. This grabbed my attention right away when I saw it. And per usual, they have really intricate embossing on their blush and highlighters, and this is no different. The other items that they launched as part of the summer collection includes the Stylos Ombres Contour, and they I think have 5 or 6 different shades here. I managed to pick up 2 of the shimmery very summer-like shades, but there actually was another shade my essay told me about that is part of the summer collection, but somehow was not fully released yet. During the time of filming, it's actually not available on the website yet, and she just happened to have it with her and showed it to me, and I thought this was a very beautiful shade that's also very usable in day-to-day makeup. And you'll see what I mean when I show you all 3 of them. So these are the 3 that I picked up. This is Neon Dhalia, Nuage Bleu, and this shade is that shade that's currently not available online but can be picked up and is actually part of the summer collection. So it's very surprising because it's not like anything else that was launched as part of the summer collection. I'll have a photo here of all the shade variations. And this shade is called Écorce, or it means bark. And I'll show you right away. It's like a brown plum. It really is more plum when I look at it like this, but over camera, it certainly looks more like a brown. And I thought I can absolutely use the shade day to day if I need, just like an eyeliner for over the lash line or even below. If I wanted to build a look around it, I could do that. So as I just swatched, of course, let me do this with the other 2 shades. This is Neon Dhalia. You can see the shimmer here. And they're all just beautiful. Écorce, by the way, is completely matte. These are shimmery metallics in comparison. So I did want to show you that. We're going to use all 3 pencils. I will create some kind of look incorporating all 3 of these. Maybe not for both eyes, but certainly we're going to find a way here. So let me then go ahead and swatch Light and Berry. First with the blush. And the blush, while maybe on camera may appear to be matte, it actually does have some shimmers in it. And it's beautiful, easily diffusible, nice and soft. And then this is the highlighter. It is glittery, so if that's something you avoid, I wanted to let you know up front, it is glittery. And it has that cool pink white reflex to it. It actually is a little bit more colorful, or it has a bit more of that undercolor than I thought it would. So it's largely just kind of that pale pink with the glistening, pink and purple shimmer to it. So it's a really good match to, I think, this blush here. It's a good contrast too because this is so cool. But the blush itself, it's a cooler pink actually, and maybe a little counterintuitive to a summer color because summer is typically warmer, but now you have these cooler shades paired with a cooler pink and definitely this cool highlight. So I like that. And by the way, I just wanted to quickly address this. These are tan lines. When I started getting out to the sun more this year, I had an early start. It was actually back in May. I had just happened to be wearing my watch for the few days I was out on the beach. And before you know it, I had some really serious tan lines that I decided to keep covered up or keep my watch on whenever I go out. Now it's become like a tracking, like a way for me to see just how much sun I've gotten over the summer, and I tend to keep doing that. So don't be alarmed, it's just tan lines, but that is how that I've gotten some serious sun. Also, I had to change my foundation because of all the sun, which is expected. This happens every year during the summer months. And so let's go on right ahead with demoing these products. And then at the end, I will do some comparisons. Actually, mostly what I have in mind is I want to show you the other Stylo pencils that I have. I absolutely love the Chanel product. Every time I see them come out with limited edition shades or new shades, I always pick up something. They're just like the best, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So I'm first gonna dive right into Neon Dhalia, and this is the shimmery purple. I also took out some eyeshadow palettes that I think we might be able to use the shade, pair it with the pencil to complement everything. And I have Natasha Denona's Circle Local palette. Very colorful, very pigmented palette. I am seeing Act and maybe Magic that we can use, or we might just go with something that's lighter, a lighter matte, to pair off with Neon Dhalia. And I did want to show you just how easy it is for this product to go on, and that's one of the reasons why I love these so much. So, good amount of coverage. I didn't really use too much strength, right? It just glides right on. It's a very soft product, deposits color, pigment very easily. You can actually leave it like this and put some mascara on, or you can, and this is what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna actually smudge this. I'm using the Natasha Denona from her Fusion Eye series, the Builder brush. These bristles are both synthetic and natural, and it is designed to work well with cream and liquid products. So this is a cream product here, and you can see with the diffusing just how light it has become, just how diffuse it has become. And you can also wear the look like this. Suddenly you have more depth with just some blending. I can blend more towards the top. I can also add more color to it. Just adding more color allows me to then go in, diffuse it more. And so this in itself can be a completed look as well. If you would like more impact, you can pick a complementary shade. Doesn't have to be similar to the actual shade of the Stylo. It could be something that's more contrasting, lighter in comparison, but I will actually go into Act, and we're gonna use some of that. Dabbed off some excess here. And obviously this is very pigmented as well. I'm gonna go in and diffuse that. And then now I'm actually gonna take Cotton Candy here, this matte shade, very light, and it's not gonna show up on my skin much, but I just wanna add a shade up here to contrast and to highlight a bit more of this beautiful electric purple that we have above the lash line and towards the center of the lid. And I'm gonna go back with the Stylo to now basically line above the lash lines and just make it more defined. And I will also do that to the lower lash line as well. So this is a very quick but completed look that I personally really like, using the Stylo to kind of give a base and then adding a complementary shade on to build on that, you know, electric purple, and then contrasted with a light pink matte to just give it just a bit more dimension, a little bit more interest. But you can see as I was working towards this, there were many moments where I could have stopped and said, okay, this is all I want. I like how this looks. And that's one use of the pencil, is that you can add on the product, buff it. You can use it just as what I did at the end to line your lash line, give it more definition. And you can straight up just use it as if you would a shadow. Apply the product on, smudge it out, do that again until you're happy with the buildup. We're next going to get into Nuage Bleu. So excited about the shade. Neon Dhalia and Nuage Bleu were the first two shades that I really, you know, they really caught my eye. They all look beautiful for the season. And I'm so, because of just how fantastic this formula is, I'm just so tempted to go get all of the limited editions. Because when they, for this product, whenever they launch limited editions, I've never seen them come back in the 4 years I've started, you know, buying and trying Chanel makeup. So maybe eventually, but I mean, it's unknown how long it will take to come back. So I am very tempted, but let's get right into it. For Nuage Bleu, I'm actually going to use this more all over the lid. So I'm going to apply to a greater area and then buff that out a bit. I'm taking Sonia G's from her Lotus set. This is the worker brush. And I also did, from the Circle Local palette, I can use Fun to Mime as like, you know, a powder shade to complement this. Or I can go in the more green route from her Retro Glam palette and use something like this. I haven't quite decided yet. I have another plan in mind. So what I'm gonna do now is I have a good amount of product on, but I do want a little bit more build up towards the middle here. So I'm gonna go back and just put in a few more swipes and now blend or diffuse again. I'm not gonna use as much strength because I want most of the product to be centered around here, but I will move upwards a little more. I'll take a coarse and then deepen this outer V. I will end up lining my entire lash line here, but I want to do some work in the outer V first. That Fusion Eye Series Builder Brush, I am going to use this to smudge out a course. And I'm going to follow that upper wing motion and then bringing it further to the inner corner. And then I'm actually going to bring this shade here. To do this with a course to show you just how versatile this formula is. With the right tools and some patience, you can really use it as if it's a powdered shadow. I think the difference is with these pencils, they don't budge. So I don't actually need eye primer for it. I can go out like this during the summertime in heat, in this humidity and heat, without worrying this is gonna kind of all melt off or crease. I don't have particularly oily eyelids, but they do produce oils, and you know, on hot summer days, like I definitely feel like my makeup is not sitting as nicely as I would like it to. But if you have really oily eyelids, let me know if you've had luck with this formula. I think generally it does a really good job of staying put. So this is another way you could use the pencils in combination with each other, especially with a deeper shade. I could very well also use Dahlia here and do the same thing on this side, but of course I wanted to show you a course. Now I'm actually gonna go back with the same pencil to line the upper lash line. I just love love the shade because the pastels and shimmers are fun and all, but a deeper matte shade has a lot of versatility and day-to-day wear. I still don't really know why. I'm just thinking about it as I'm talking here, why it's not quite on the website yet. I think you would have to check with the store, and maybe by the time this is posted, it'll be on the website. If that's the case, I'll definitely have links below. I'll have links below to that specific page where all the pencils are shown, so you can have a look. And I would like to smudge out under the lash line as well, just because I don't think this kind of hard line is that style's really in, and I think it looks a bit better on me when it's softened. So this is what it looks like, kind of smudged here. I do kind of like that effect. If I wanted to make either side more dramatic, I could go back to apply more product. But if I'm looking for more dimension, this is where you would need something else. Either some powders, some other types of like a black ink eyeliner, for example, to give you a more winged effect. But I wanted to keep this fairly simple because these pencils are supposed to be really easy to use as well. So now that we've gone through the pencils, let's apply the blush and highlighter. And to apply the blush, I'm going to use Chikuhodo's Z Series, their cheek and highlighter brush. It's absolutely fantastic dealing with any pigmented, any blush actually, but especially pigmented blush. I tapped off some excess here, and you'll see what I mean. With very pigmented products, you want to be careful, because if you apply too much, you can correct it. It's just not as easy as taking your time, just taking a little bit more time to apply slowly. You can see this brush does wonders, It's my new favorite brush. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use the same brush because I did want to demonstrate just how good it is for both. We can just, for this demo, add a little bit to the nose, any of these areas. For lips, I did pre-select a lipstick from Chanel. It's from their Rouge Coco Flash Formula 84 Immediate. And I think it's just a really nice pink that kind of goes with anything. I'm going to finish off this look with some mascara, then we'll come back to talk about the rest. This is the finished look, and off camera, I did actually take Nuage Bleu and applied some to the inner corner and then below here. I think that just adds a bit more impact of this light shade because we are contrasting it with a much deeper shade. I loved how everything turned out on both sides, but this here is kind of the surprise for me, taking a course, not really planning the look that way, and just, just really playing and see how things go. It turned out really well, even though these are, not really meant to be paired as a shade, and they were definitely not showcased online as like, this is what you would wear, but certainly they go well together. And I think this would be a fine shade to pair with Neon Dhalia as well. I could definitely use this for under the lash line if I wanted to. And so let me show you the other Stylos that I have already in my collection. They're not that many, but whenever I see them launch something that's limited edition in this formula, in this product, I always try to pick it up. So I have here a Contour Khaki. And this is, as the name implies, it's that swampy, beautiful green. Then I have here Burgundy Perle, which if I remember correctly does have some shimmer to it, and It's almost like a sister, like a lighter version of Ecore's. However, the Burgundy Perlé, as the name implies, actually is a shimmery shade. And also one of my favorite shades is Contour Beige. Also a matte shade. These two shades were launched at the same time, so similarities in the name: Contour Khaki, Contour Beige. And very versatile shade as well. Sometimes what I do is when I have a makeup look that, you know, might be more khaki green or beigey or red, you know, brick red, or something more plum-like, I often use these pencils to create a base for the look, or use it to line my lash line just to give it more definition, emphasis, and pow. And just be all matchy in color. So I really love these pencils. If you can't tell, I just really love these pencils. So this, in a long time, Chanel's been releasing, you know, makeup seasonally, but this is one of the most exciting things that I've seen them launch in the past 2 years. Like, there's been some other stuff, like I have on my counter their Tweed collection of palettes. Some really cute color stories. I do like this one. This is Curve, I think. Yeah, Curve. And there's some really good stuff, but I think this is really solid. This was really solid. And the last time they released a blush and highlighter duo in this kind of format, this combo with the embossing, sold out so quickly. So my parting message in this video is, if anything here catches your eye, or anything you saw that I put up as a photo earlier catches your eye, I recommend that you go get them now. I wouldn't wait. If there's a store near you and you can go in and try it out, definitely. But if you like anything, don't wait, because it's gonna be gone. These are limited editions. Been seeing this brand long enough to know the feel of things. So yeah, that's it. I love this collection. Not every shade's gonna be for everybody, and definitely get the ones that grab to your attention, speaks to you the most. Hopefully with this demonstration, you can see the kind of impact and payoff these products have. Blush and highlighter, very buildable, just like the Stylos. So if you have a deeper skin tone, or you just like a more pronounced look in different areas, you can definitely play these products up without working really hard for them. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so excited. I love this collection. Let me know what you think of it below. Also, I'll have all the links if you're interested in having a look yourself. See you guys soon. Bye.